What is up, everybody? Oh, Jesus, hell, that was just not energetic. Hello, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Driving with Randy. I'm your host, Road Rage Randy, and today we are balls deep in Wisconsin right now. Holy shit. We are deep into the roads of Wisconsin. It's snowing out. It's cold out, but tomorrow we get to leave this coldness and we get to enjoy the hot Atlanta weather. It's supposed to be 40 down there, which 40 is better than the -2. I think it's gonna be like -10 when I leave today. Or tomorrow. Am I packed? No, I'm not. I'm not packed yet. But we'll get around to that. I still have time when I get home here. I'm enjoying an ultraviolet monster right now. Just a little caffeine, and I really like the taste. It's the purple, sugar-free monsters. Anyways, we got so much to talk about. No, we don't. But kind of. I'm actually I can talk about this because this comes out Friday. And what's Friday, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh, that's right. It's Valentines Day. If you guys didn't know it's Valentine's Day, well then, A, you don't have a Valentine, or B, you're probably going to be reminded by your lady real shortly. Oh boy. I just went and dropped some gifts off for my girlfriend. I got some chocolates, I got a card, and I got some flowers for her. Hopefully she received it by the time my podcast goes live. If she didn't, well, that's going to be unfortunate, because then she just found out via this podcast, which is great, because, then she has something waiting for her on the way home. She knows what to look forward to. I got her, I didn't want to just get red roses. She might like red roses, but I don't want to give a gift unless I like it too. So I liked the multicolored ones. They had it came with some pink, some red ones, and some, I think there was white in there, maybe. Probably. There was 12, or there was supposed to be 12 of them. I kept trying to count them on the way here, and I don't fucking know if there was 12. I think so. But so you get them in a bouquet thing. And then I had to put them in a vase. I bought this vase that I thought was pretty fucking cool from the dollar store, but 12 roses didn't fit in it, so we'll have to save it for another time. But what I did then is I went back to the dollar store because I found a vase that I know they fit in. So I shoved them in a vase for her. And, I don't know, I thought that was an experience. I looked up on YouTube how to, I think they called it pruning the rose. I don't know, when I think of prune, I think of my fingers when they all get shriveled up in the bathtub, or, raisins are pruned, right? But they called it pruning the flowers. So you cut it at a 45-degree angle. You rip off some of the flower, or the leaves. I don't know, or they call it leaves, but that's what I did, and I think it looked beautiful. But then on the way here with all the bumps, it's like dunk, 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 and my beautifully arranged flower mess just it all over the fucking place. It didn't fall on. I'm not saying it fell on the floor. I'm just saying they pretty much became a circle. It was supposed to be like a circle, and then some on the inside, and then one giant one in the middle. The lady said a 7-4-1. 7-4-1. Yeah, that adds up to 12. I tried doing a 7-4-1, and I had it before I left, but I don't fucking know. It just did. Whatever. It's the thought, and I have a picture with it beautifully arranged. So my girlfriend is listening to this and wants to hear the beautifully arranged or wants to hear about how beautiful it was, she can definitely let me know, because I think I have a picture of it. But yeah, I also got a card. I thought the card was perfect, because it was like, no matter what's happening in life, you need to know how much I care about you. It's like, damn, that's a good card. Why? Because I'm going to be in Atlanta for Valentine's Day. I'm leaving. Oh, the police. There goes the police. Is he going to pop a U-turn and come speak to the fellow Minnesotan? It doesn't look like it. Ooh, that was actually a blue car. That was the sheriff. Whew. Wouldn't that be great if we let the sheriff of Wisconsin come onto my podcast and discuss his adventures today? Maybe we could have interviewed him about his special Valentine's Day. I don't fucking know. I feel like he'd have some kind of a story. We're about to make the turn. Soon we're going to be on the highway in which we record majority of my podcasts on. Just on the other end of it, because usually I'm towards Minneapolis, St. Paul area, and there's a semi-truck that's actually my employer. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know that guy. The odds of me actually knowing him would be extremely slim, because I know about 4 semi-truck drivers. Yeah, I didn't finish my conversation about Valentine's Day. Now, I went to the store to get these beautiful flowers, and I was just looking at them, kind of rubbing the chin, scoping them out. This guy comes up, he goes, "Say, when's Valentine's Day? Friday?" I'm like, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is." He's like, "Oh, think these will last till then?" I'm like, "I sure hope so, dude. It's Wednesday. I leave tomorrow for out of town, and I hope they last." He goes, "You better hope, or you're not going to want to come back to town." Like, oh, geez, this guy's just looking for some good conversation. Maybe he didn't have a Valentine. I don't know. It was a knee slapper, though. It was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I always like those good quality conversations with the random people. You know, I told you guys in the last podcast, I've been watching a guy on YouTube called Bald and Bankrupt. I just think that guy has such great social skills and confidence. I think part of it, he speaks other languages. So when he's in these foreign places and he's just speaking with confidence in these foreign languages, it really rubs off as a friendly kind of a guy. See, in America, a lot of people aren't very friendly. They don't want conversation with the random people. But I think that's how we need to do that to make this world a better place. Because what's the point of, we're all on this earth together. This is all our home. The earth is our home. We need to speak with the other people who inhabit it. God, like, we come from monkeys, right? Aren't monkeys social as fuck? Don't they like, hey, oh, you're a monkey with a hairy ass too. Let's be friends and communicate or play, something like that. I don't know what to tell you. This monster. I don't know what to tell you besides be fucking kind to your people. To people that you don't know. Make a friend. Maybe that should be today's objective. Go talk to a stranger. Compliment a stranger today. I think that would be great. But you know what? Every time I'm on this road right here, there's a car parked at the end of the driveway. I don't know if it's for sale or what, but just like if that were to happen in my town, instantly it'd be a cop and he'd have his lights on. Like, I just feel like this car is always a cop, but it's just chilling at the end of the driveway. Maybe it doesn't move. It's permanently at the end of the driveway. I don't know. I really don't know. What else do we have to talk about, ladies and gentlemen? I feel like there's a lot. My trip to Atlanta is I have everything all planned out for the most part. I feel very confident in my travels. The last tournament I went, or the last vacation I went to Greensboro, North Carolina. Yeah, I just felt very disorganized. I believe I had the hotel booked. I think I had the hotel booked. I had my flight booked, but we didn't really have a plan as far as how we are getting. No, I didn't have the hotel. Maybe that's why I felt so disorganized. My friend had the hotel booked. Normally when I have the hotel booked, I feel a lot more safe. And who am I to talk? I'm the one that fucks it up all the time. Oh my Lord. I think 3 vacations in a row I fucked up a hotel. So the first one, I ended up, this was messed up. So the lesson is, if you're trying to go through back ways to get things done, if you're trying to get back ways to get things done, it's probably going to bite you in the ass, which it did every fucking time. So the first one, I signed up for a room, and we were supposed to have two queens. Is it? I think that's what it is, right? 2 queens. And what ended up happening was they ran out of queens, so you had to get kings. But the back way around it was there was a way to book. It was fucked up. So you could buy the first night that I needed, which was a Thursday, I think. So Thursday I could buy a king, and then the other 2 or 3 nights I could buy the queens. So I did that, and then I called and I said, hey, this is what I did. I'd really get, yeah, so this was actually super easy. So I called and asked, hey, we're going to be doing this. Are we going to have to switch rooms, or is it possible that you hook us up with another queen if you have it available? Just because we were booking within a room block. So we have a room block reserved so that we can get discounted rooms. And the guy goes, you know what? I got you, bro. He said, I got you, bro. And this was a 4-star hotel. Yeah, I believe it's called the Rosin Plaza down in Orlando, Florida. I believe it's a 4-star hotel. Giant. Just an absolute nice facility. And so he ended up hooking us up, right? That was just great. He's like, I got you, bro. So we didn't have to even deal with moving rooms. We didn't have to deal with the king. We just had the queens. And, which was, oh, jeez, Lord, Jesus, he had parked in the middle of the highway. Anyways, so then the next hotel experience that I had, I was booking for, let's see, it's not Sioux Falls, Beersford, South Dakota, which is about a half hour from Sioux Falls. I ended up staying in Sioux Falls, but so I booked this room at this sketchy motel, the Super 8, the only Super 8 in town. And what ended up happening here was, you get to the first screen, you select all your dates, and you click, yeah, I want this room or whatever. But then it switches my fucking dates to today's date. And now, per hotel booking policy, you cannot cancel a hotel reservation 24 hours ahead of time, right? So, because it was for that day, I was going to get charged anyways. And I call the hotel and I'm like, listen, dude, and he's like, I'm sorry, I cannot do this. I cannot give money back, 24-hour cancellation. I just don't think he understood. So I ended up opening a claim on Twitter. I tweeted at him. I'm like, yo, Super 8, this is fucked up. Give me my money back. Nah, I was a little nicer than that. They're like, give us your information. So I give the information. I get a call from corporate or something. She goes, we have opened a claim and the hotel's been notified. They're going to see what they can do for you. I'm like, oh, great. I already fucking tried going through these guys, and he said that he couldn't do anything for me. So, what the hell? So I was a little angry at that, but the guy ends up calling and goes, "Hello, Mr. Randall. Mr. Randall, Road Rage Randall." I'm like, "Yes, sir." He's like, "This is me from the Super 8 down in Beersford, South Dakota. So I'm looking here, and it looks like your transaction did not go through." Which is great. I think it was kind of like it went through, but I canceled it so quickly that it didn't go through. He's like, "Why don't you contact your credit card provider, see if the charges went through, and if they did, we'll work something out." I'm like, "Great. That would be absolutely fantastic." So I contacted my credit card company. No charges went through. I had nothing to worry about. It was just kind of a mess. And then another hotel I ended up booking, it switched my number of people. So listen, if I'm checking into a hotel and there's two of us, and I can get away, a lot of times you can get away with putting one person down, but when there was 5 of us, I can't get away with just putting one person down. I had one person down, and it changed it for me. So I told the guy that, and he's like, "Well, I mean, it's going to be extra." So I'm like, "All right, yeah, there's 2 people, whatever." So it ended up being like an extra $10, $20 a night. But he's like, "You know what? Because of the mistake, I'll give you a discount code here." So he hooked me up with a AAA discount code. That was another Super 8, I think. I have so much trouble with Super 8, but everything always gets resolved. That's why I feel like I shouldn't hold a grudge against them. Everything gets resolved, especially when it's partly my mistake, but it's also partly the fact that their website's pretty shitty, in the sense that if it's switching my information per page that I go to, it's like, dude, come on. Let's be real. Come on. I need another drink of Monster. I'm trying to think. I feel like I had more to discuss, but I didn't put it all in my notepad. Like, I feel like I had another interaction with a stranger at some point that just made my day. I was at the gas station today. Oh, yeah. Wait, no, I talked about that. That was during my last podcast. But I was at the gas station today, and I totally fucked up one of their machines, and I'm like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "Oh, no problem. You can just hit this here reset button, and for a $60,000 machine, it sure is particular." I'm like, yeah, I don't mean to break it, dude." "Oh, yeah, no problem. Like, beautiful. It's actually funny. We have a Motel 8 coming up here. Let me discuss nachos. All right, my nacho podcast that I'm going to be putting out, we're up to 11 different nachos. And I've added 4 just in this week alone. I've added 4 different nachos, which is, it's fucking great. It really is. I love it. I had some today that were a 10 out of 10. I only have 2 10 out of 10s on that list, and this is one of them. Part of it becomes quantity, the quality, and so quantity, quality, and I mean, that's all that there can be, quantity and quality, right? I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm really looking forward to putting out that podcast, though. I feel like it's going to be a banger because I love nachos. And, we're going to have a part 2 eventually. I'm going to keep this nacho list going until I'm done. Woo! Oh, that's another, oh my God, the other thing I'm really looking forward to down in Atlanta, Waffle House. I looked at I looked, and there's a Waffle House right along the train line that I'll be taking. So I'm gonna be stopping, and I'm gonna be having a feast, man. I'm real excited for that. And just the fact that I get to escape this crap, this snow. I love the snow, don't get me wrong. I feel like we haven't had enough snow. Like, this would be the week to give us snow. This week's always pretty bad weather. Last year, it was like negative 22. Oh, God, the wind is blowing here. We're driving in a hurricane. Listen, guys, the office here, the Road Rage Randy driving 2007 Toyota Sienna, it doesn't do well in the wind. It's just so thick, and the wind bounces it around. It really is quite the experience. God, I still feel like I had an interaction with a stranger the other day that I was going to discuss, and I just can't. It's not coming to my head. It's not coming to my head right now. Maybe it'll come to my head tomorrow. God, I have to record another podcast tomorrow in the airport. I'm really excited. I feel like that's going to be pretty easy because I'm going to be discussing the TSA, all the TSA shenanigans that are going on. If I could record going through TSA, that would be what I might do. Oh, what if I have my recorder on? I say, all right, guys, going through TSA, I put it down, and then you guys get to listen to it. But I feel like if they look at my phone, they're like, why the fuck are you audio recording? Because Road Rage Randy has a podcast to discuss. I'm going to strategically place a couple of my cards throughout each of the locations. So MSP as well as ATL. Every place that I go to eat down there, I'm going to be putting my cards out. Everybody that I'm going prepared. I want to hand out like 20, 30, maybe 20 or 30 of my card. I feel like we're gonna, I know Minnesota and Wisconsin, actually the order of my podcast goes Minnesota, California, Wisconsin. That's right, Wisconsin's actually third on the list, and that's where I'm recording from right now, ladies and gentlemen. I am recording from Wisconsin, but I'm slowly headed into Minnesota. So this is going to be a two-state podcast. So get this, a two-state, two-star podcast. That's what I'm aiming for. God, that sounds so bad. I need to set my expectations higher. We need a 5-state. I wonder, we need to find a location where like 5 states connect, so I can just drive in one giant circle with 5 states in one podcast. So a 5-state, 5-star podcast. That is life goals right there. But we got to start small. I give you guys them 1-star, 1-state podcasts all the time. We're working our way up to the 2-star, 2-state, 2-star podcasts here. Did I tell you guys that those flowers were multicolored? There was some orange. The orange were absolutely beautiful. And you know what? I actually could smell them too. Oh, I know what I need to tell you guys about. So lately I've been doing yoga. Why yoga? Road Rage Randy, why are you doing yoga? It feels so good. I wake up refreshed. I was, I can talk about that. So I went inline skating at the Dome the other day. Or, not the Dome. So they used to have inline skating at the Dome. The Metrodome. The Twins, it's where the Twins baseball team played. They used to have skating there. And, well, that's down, and then they built US Bank Stadium. So they got dates in US Bank Stadium where you can go skate. And I did that. I love inline skating, and I wanted to break the skates out. I ended up doing 23.65 miles, which is 56 laps. Each lap is 0.43 miles. And essentially, I had a blast. Why am I telling you about this? Oh yeah, yoga and inline skate. I'm all over the place. Yeah, I did 20. We were there for quite some time. I could definitely keep up with them speed skaters. Like, I definitely feel like my skates were quick enough. My leg strength, my endurance, it's there. Yeah, 100% there. And if I get in a pace line, I would 100% be good. But yoga. So tomorrow will be day 5 of my yoga journey. I used to do a bunch of stretching, and I'm trying to increase flexibility, and just, God, the yoga I've been doing has been helping so much. And it's so incredibly hard. I'm doing beginners videos and I'm struggling. Like, I feel like by the end of the 30 days, I'm going to have gained a lot of the muscles that I just don't use. The breathing has helped a lot. There was times where I was off balance, where I'm skating, and I just deep breath and then get my mind to find that ground location. That's very big in the yoga. So if you're doing a stretch and you're losing balance, you're supposed to really focus on grounding yourself. So putting that pressure on your feet, putting the pressure on your hands, whatever it might be. So I'm really digging it. It's been treating me well. My neck and back problems have not been bothering me. I know I was listening to a podcast with Diamond Dallas Page, which does the DDP yoga now. Diamond Dallas Page is a WWE guy. It's great. The police in the other lane. Not on our side. But that's the sheriff. What do you call it? So Diamond Dallas Page developed this DDP yoga, and he actually was told by multiple back surgeons that he's missing 3, I think he's missing 2 discs completely. They're just completely fucked. And he wouldn't be able to continue wrestling or whatever. So he's like, God damn it, I gotta do something about it. So he develops this DDP yoga. He didn't have surgery at all, and he's doing great. And there's multiple occurrences about just people doing yoga. It really just sends blood to the areas of your spine that's missing out on. And that's why I'm doing it, and it feels great. I can't wait till I'm actually flexible and strong and can do some of the like inverted poses. I can't wait till I can do a handstand. I'm really getting familiar with the different kinds of poses. We got Warrior 1, Warrior 2. I don't know if there's a Warrior 3. It's probably like doing it from your head. I'm not going to be able to get to that level. Then we got, I saw Crow. I saw Child's Pose really does it for me. So Child's Pose, it's like your hands are out in front of you. It really works your shoulders, which is great. That's what I need. Part of the problem, well, the yoga makes you very aware of everything, right? It does. It makes you aware. And I've been very aware the past 4 days if my shoulders are poor posture. Like, I don't know what it is. It sends me into this different mindset of I need to get my body working. And there was this one experience. So she's telling us to come to the front of the mat. So we're in a plank, And she's like, all right, do what you got to do to get to the front of the mat. So, you know, she does a very gentle little jump up to the front. And I try that, and my knees just crack in a million different fucking places. It's like, yup, this is why I do this. We're going to improve on all of this. And then, got another thing. I was doing some core, so you're on your butt and your legs are up in the air. So you're like sitting down, but your legs are up in the air, so you're kind of like in the shape of a P. And then you put one leg out, fully extended, and then twist your hips so it kind of stretches your back. It's really using your core. And it's like, my brother comes out and he looks at me. He's like, is there an earthquake? Because I'm sitting there shaking, and I'm like, it's like I really was focusing hard on my breath. It's just like I'm not strong in that area, so I'm really moving. On the good note here, though, for one of the exercises, she did say, she's like, you know, you might really feel this in your legs right now. And me being the inline skater that I am, guess what? I didn't feel it at all. Like, I was doing it 100% correctly. She's just like, if you're not used to this, you'll feel it in your legs. And it's just like, this is standard skating stance. A lot of my balance is there because I have strong ankles from the low-cut inline skate boot that I wear. But, I mean, there's definitely, I almost tip over every time doing Warrior. I'm not used to grounding myself there at that point. But it's really a mindset shifter, a body shifter. There's a lot of stuff out there that says yoga is good for you, and just not enough people do it. Not enough people are out there doing yoga. So I'm happy. I really am. I'm gonna keep it up. Oh, I forgot to welcome you guys to Minnesota. We are officially in our second state here. There's not a chance of us driving to any other state because it would be like a 4-hour podcast if you want me to go drive there. And if I drove 4 hours, I'd drive there, I'd get back, and I'd be leaving for the airport, which we don't want. God, I'll quit boring you guys with yoga. I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in today. I feel like that was a good length podcast. Like I didn't run out of things to say for one. Yeah, 33 minutes in so far. I didn't run out of too much to say. It was good. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. My name is Road Rage Randy. You can go ahead, follow me on Twitter at Thoughts by Randy. Head on over to my Reddit, r/Driving with Randy. And yeah. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Head out over to iTunes. Give me a review. Give me some kind words. Give me some harsh words. Just give me some words. Thank you guys very much. I hope you guys enjoyed the yoga, the Valentine's Day. And I hope you guys have a great yoga and Valentine's Day. We got a car turning here. He's got his flashers on. Well, thank you guys very much. We'll talk to you later. Peace.